Well, good damn afternoon. How many cans? Jericho Green right here with you once again. People, Noble Gold Investments is pleased to let you know that gold was the best investment in 2022. Real estate, crypto, stocks, and bonds, gold outperformed them all in 2022. So, what are you waiting for? Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of their clients put their hands on real physical gold. Open a gold IRA or silver IRA with Noble Gold Investments this month and receive a free quarter ounce American Gold Eagle coin for every qualified IRA of $50,000. You cannot go wrong with Noble Gold Investments and their thousands of 5-star reviews. If you're not ready to invest, don't worry. Just download the Noble Gold Investments Gold Investment Guide. Scroll down below, you will find the link in the description box. And if you're on a mobile device, make sure you hit the more button. And remember, when you're investing, there are no guarantees and there are risks. How do you like that? Ooh, what movie is that from? You talk about a deep cut? Deep cut. How do you like that? I'll give you a hint. That's a pretty deep cut right there. I'll give you a hint. It's a Bruce Lee movie. Okay? That's all I'm telling you. How do you like that? I love it. I love it. Hold on a second. Let's see who popped. Who? That super chat cherry. Heidi Booth. Look at you. You haven't popped a super chat cherry in a while. Good afternoon, Americans. Hold on, let me put that up. There we go. Good afternoon, Americans. Best live show ever. I cannot disagree. If I could, I would. I would disagree, but I can't. I can't. Somebody else. We got a new member. Oh, we do. Of course. Of course, we have a new member of Green Nation. And who is it? You ask? You ask yourself, who is it? None other than Lord German Husbando. I thank you. Talk about a loyal member of what I do here. Now she's an official member. And I thank you. That's for you. That's for you. Scoot it down, people. Scoot it down. One more cool kid at the cool kids table. I thank you. Let's see. Hold on one second. What's going on here? One second. There we go. Turn that down. Okay. Boom. For some reason, it's not giving me a count of on my screen here. It's not giving me a count of how many people are watching. Normally, it's right up here in the corner. So I don't know what's going on there. Whatever. You're here. That's right, Lord German Husbando. You were gone for a minute. Glad you're back. And what fashion you returned in. Becoming a member and all. Don't think that this is some small group that you cannot become a part of. Oh, no. You're all welcome. Get up in here. Become a member. So, shout out to you all. Forgot my water. Damn it. Oh, well. I'll try to make it through as best I can without hydration. But, yeah, I'm here. No water. Shout out to you guys. Glad you're here. Appreciate you being here. Tony Hannafin says, Jericho. What's up, man? What's going on? So why isn't that giving me the new? Man, what the hell's going on here? Hey, I'm going to end this and come back, okay? Because it's not giving me a count of how many people in here, and it's not updating my comments. The last one was at 104, and it's 110 right now. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. And it's not telling me that I have new comments. So great. So I'm going to end it and come back, people, okay? actually do this. There we go. Some bitch. I don't know what was happening. Now I got a count there. Now I got the count, and now it has updated my comments. Oh, Scott Clay, I was not playing with you. For some reason, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to, but I'm back now. I am back now. Yeah, only like 200 some people in here. What's going on with that? There's usually more. Is YouTube hating on me? Did they not send out my notification for this? Bullshit. Bullshit. Sweet Dick Malone. Keep that to yourself, man, please. We do like to share here, but not that much. Still got to keep your public manners on. Oh, man. Okay, so, guys, title Peter Butt made it. Peter Butt, Mr. Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Pete, Transportation Secretary, whatever you want to call him. He finally made it. He touched down in East Palestine, Ohio, site of a terrible train derailment, highly toxic chemicals in the atmosphere, the air. They burned it, put it in the air, put it in the ground, put it in the water. So yesterday, Trump shows up. And then now Peter Butt shows up the next day. Coincidence? Are there any coincidences? Feeny says, glad to hear Peter Booty did not get a warm welcome. No, he didn't. The people are pissed. What the fuck took you so long? What took you so long, man? Careless. Trump made him go. In a way, he did. Trump's presence made him go. They said, damn it, Peter Butt, you got to go. I don't want to go. I want to stay home with my boo and my baby. He's starting to walk. I just want to hang out. I just want to hang out at home and dock. Nah, Pete, you got to go, man. You got to get out there. I got to work. I didn't take this job so I could work. You told me because I ride the baloney pony that I could have this job. You didn't say anything about me having to work. Gross. Mandy Westcott shaving alone time. Yeah, he definitely has his foot up on the bathtub and he's running that what's that ladies razor for shaving their legs. He definitely has his foot up on the tub and he's running that razor nice and slow up his supple calf. Luke Letterly. He won't latch. Because he's not supposed to put your titty in his mouth, dummy. Heidi Booth. Yes, she said, I'm back. Cherry popper. Woohoo. You did it, girl. You have popped the super chat cherry. You have broken the financial hymen. Thank you. Pete didn't want to go. None of these diversity hires want to work. Remember that skit from Bernie Mac on Kings of Comedy where he was talking about some ghetto-ass employee, some ghetto-ass black employee? He was like, I didn't come here to work. I'm tired. My son got shot. Fucking hilarious. That's what they say. I didn't come here to work. I came here for some photo ops. I came here to get patted on my back and be told how much I've accomplished because of who I sleep with. I didn't come here to work. I didn't come here to get sweat upon my brow. The only way Peter Butt gets sweat on his brow that's the only way Peter Butt gets sweat on his brow. Or that's the only way he likes to. But he had to step. You mean I got to step out of this nice, warm SUV and put these sweet boots I got on the ground? It's muddy. So Peter Butt had to go to work. He didn't like it. He did not like it. But he had to. And I think he might be the first one of this diversity hire class that has actually done something. I hope he doesn't break a nail. Oh shit. Oh, hey, Pete, what's going on, man? Look at this. They broke a fucking nail. These stupid East Palestine poor people gross. Look at this. This is gel. I got to go back and have her fix it. Fuck this. I don't want this stupid job. It sucks. Ew, it smells out here. Is this what poverty smells like? Gross. Spunberry65. Thank you. He says Peter Piker picked a puss-filled pickle. It's not full of pus anymore. I empty that bitch. I empty that bad boy. Well, let me tell you, why am I telling you? Who am I to tell you anything? Let me let Chocolate Patty tell you. Let me let her tell you, because I can't speak for them. But she can. And she's going to tell you. That's why I put Chocolate Patty tells us the truth. These are their real priorities. This is why they're here. This, what she's about to tell you, what's about to come out of those glistening, clam-coated lips, this is the truth. This is what they don't want. This is what they've been doing. This is what they've been working feverishly on behind the scenes. Not the betterment of your life, not your best interest, not your safety, not your sovereignty, not the money that should be left in your pocket and not taken out via taxes and bullshit programs. No, this is what they've been toiling on so hard. You think to yourself, where was Booty Gauge, for that 2-3 months we were having the supply issues last year in the summer and all that stuff? Where are these people? Where have they been? Where's Kamala? They've been working on this and only this. Give a fuck about you.
The cabinet is majority people of color for the first time in history.
All right.
The cabinet is majority female for the first time in history. A majority of White House senior staff identify as female. 40% of White House senior staff identify as part of the racially diverse communities. Yes. And a record 7 assistants to the president are openly LGBTQ+. So again, this is something that the president prides himself on. The cabinet is majority people of color for the first time in.
That's what they pride themselves on. The cabinet's majority this and the cabinet's majority that. And for the first time, 7 of his staff members are part of the Alphabet Soup Group or the Ku Klux Trans. Now, do you think there's any correlation between all of those diversity hires and this being the worst fucking presidency ever? You think there might be a connection? You think one might be causing the other? This is the first time we've had this bullshit in the administration to this level, and this also happens to be the worst presidency we've ever seen. Coinky dink.
In history, the cabinet is majority female for the first.
Majority female. Why does that matter? Is there a tampon council or something? Why does majority female? You don't hire somebody for a position like this because they're a female. How's it going? All these females, how are they doing? Pretty shitty. So maybe you shouldn't hire people for that reason.
First time in history, a majority of White House senior staff identify as female.
Identify as female. Identify as not are female, because if you're telling us that Ku Klux Trans women are women, then why do you have to preface it with either trans or identify as? Why? Why not say that the majority of the cabinet are women? Not identify as. Why do you got to say that? Because you know that they're not real women. You know that there's a dick being held back by copious amounts of duct tape under that skirt. I'd fuck me. That's what you hired. You hired a bunch of Buffalo Bills, not the football team. I'd fuck me. Here, let me show you guys something. Let me show you. This is because I love authenticity here. I like to give you the truth. So this is all of those cabinet members who identify as women. These are them, the Rachel Levines and such. This is them before they leave the house. This is them getting ready in the morning. Okay, they're standing in front of the mirror. Here we go. Oh, weird fucker who shouldn't have a job like this. Weird fucker who shouldn't have a job like this. You ready? I'd fuck me. Scene. Whew, man, glad to get out of that character. That's them. They identify as. Shut up with that identify shit.
40% of White House senior staff identify as part of the racially diverse communities.
What is that? You identify as part of the racially diverse community. So there has to be, like, if you're saying that, there has to be a set group of racially diverse. What does that mean? What's the racially diverse group? Who's in that group? What the fuck does that even mean? Why are you talking about this, Chocolate Patty?
And a record 7 assistants to the president are openly LGBTQ+. So again, this is something that the president prides himself on. The cabinet is.
There's nothing to be proud of in there. So what? You stick your face in vagina. Somebody else who's a dude sticks his face in a dude's dick or whatever's going on over there. How does that make you better at your job? How does that make you better at being the White House press secretary? Obviously, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't help you be better because you fucking suck, Chocolate Patty. You're the worst. You suck at your job. You're terrible. If they just put a camera on an empty podium, that would be better than what you get up there and stumble through every single day. Oh, I'm going to have to direct you to them. I'm going to have to direct you to this. The president has been clear. Shut your lying ass up. That dude has never been clear. Not in the past 10 years. He hasn't been clear about a single fucking sentence in the last 10 years, and you say the president's been clear. Shut your dumb ass up, Chocolate Patty. Why don't you go put your face in a clam? I bet you're good at that. If they had a position for White House clam eater, you would probably be the best person suited for that job. That's when I want to see you in that position. But until they have a presidential vagina eater in his cabinet, or vagina eater, whatever, you're not the best person qualified for it. Obviously, you suck. Mopar girl, thank you for the Hamilton. My Friday. Okay. No problem. Congratulations, Mopar girl, and thanks for the Hamilton. It's your Friday and shit. That's Peter Butt's voice. Fucking idiot. Joyce Decker, where you been, girl? ODV says, vagina eater got her the job. I know, it got her the job, but she's not good at it. Get the fuck out. So the president prides himself in that on what? Oh, you moved to Arizona. Oh, you went to go where the sun lives. Well, congratulations on your move. You should if you don't have a gun already, go buy one, which is super easy there, and then put it on your hip, because you can do that in Arizona. You can do that. Concealed carry, open carry, all that freedom, girl. All that freedom and sun. Congratulations. McDangerously, Fallopian Knuckle Hockey Awards. Exactly. If that's the kind of department they have in the cabinet, you're overly qualified. You're overly qualified for that job. But unfortunately, it says White House press secretary, and you're terrible at that. Fucking idiot. Dank Buds, putting your house on the market. Well, if you're in California, which I think you are, you're about to get paid, man. You moving out of state? If so, you about to be a baller. Shot caller, 20 in bed, 20 in parlor. Ain't that some shit? Tank Buds of Sacramento can lick my balls. Oh man, you don't like homeless people everywhere? You don't like homeless people laying on the sidewalk and shitting and pissing in the street and yelling and screaming? Or you don't like the rats around the park around the state capitol? That's right. They had to shut the park down because they had an infestation of rats at the state capitol. And no, not inside the state capitol. Not those rat fucks. Actual rats. Actual rats. No, not Fauci. I know they have a lot of the same characteristics, that little hands and shit, but no, like actual rats. Careless. Patty, chocolate Patty seems more like a taker than a giver when it comes to eating clam. Maybe. She's tiny. She's real small, so maybe. I don't know. She can get in there. She can get in there and tear some shit up. I'm assuming. I don't know. Never seen her in action, but I'm assuming. Sickening. But anyway, Peter Butt, he's on the ground. He has made it to East Palestine after Trump. J954, thank you. JD, is San Jose nice or shithole? San Jose. San Jose, if you stay out of downtown San Jose, it's cool. San Jose, downtown San Jose is like most California big cities. I think there's 1 million people in San Jose. And they're like surrounding suburbs, you know, not just downtown, but there's 1 million people in San Jose. But downtown, you're going to get a lot of the same. A lot of tall buildings that block out the sun and homeless people pissing, shitting, and running rampant. That's what you're going to get. But if you go like outside of San Jose, it's nice. They got stuff to do for kids. They got what is that? Not Gilroy Gardens. Damn it, I can't think of it. It's been a while since I've been to San Jose. But the outskirts of San Jose are cool. Downtown San Jose, big city California is what you're dealing with there. And it gets hot during the summer, between 90 and 100. It gets smoking in San Jose. They got Raging Waters, the water park outside of there. And there's lots of, when you get into San Jose, you see a gang of strip malls with little shops and stuff, nail salons, but there's some bomb restaurants. That's where you find some really good food in San Jose, some really good Asian food, Berryessa Road, and all that shit. So be on the lookout for those strip malls, man. There's some bomb food in there. But downtown San Jose, nah, I'm cool. Scott Calais, thank you. Sorry, JG, but we've been trying to bring to your attention that Heidi Booth became a green ass as well. Let's give her some claps. I saw that. Maybe you guys, maybe that's part of what was fucking up in the beginning. Because I read that. I read the super chat that she got first, and I read it twice. I read it again, or mentioned it again when I came back. So maybe that's something that you guys missed. But in case you did, don't worry about that. You know I'm gonna take care of you, Heidi. Heidi Booth, one of the cool kids, and I appreciate it. That's right, Heidi. That's for you. You've been down with JG for a long time, and I appreciate it. You are now a member of Green Nation. Scoot down. Okay? Scoot down. Got another cool kid at the table. And I thank you. Also, J954, I recommend San Jose is about as far as you go. Because once you get past that, you're getting into Santa Clara, liberal shithole, Oakland, San Francisco. Mandy Westcott, that's right. Heidi Booth's always been a cool kid, but now it's official. Now she gets the cheerleader outfit. Uh-oh. That's my alarm to remind me to take the trash cans down. That's right. 3 trash cans. Climate change, global warming. You need to do more. I got 3 fucking trash cans to take down to the street. I'm done. Some bitch. Also, oh. Oh man, you guys thought that they were kidding. Hold on, I'm gonna ask my wife to bring me my water. So thirsty right now. Like, my water. Water. I like some water. Crikey, look at the size of that crocodile in the water. Anyway, you guys thought Brian King B. Falcon, global warm D's nuts. Mouse C, I just made a dump run. Like to the dump, like the landfill, you just took a shit. Either one, welcome back. So you guys thought they were kidding when they said, we are going to be giving Ukraine money as long as it takes. We are in it to win it. Well, if you didn't believe them, and you thought they were kidding, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Video's so funny. Let me tell you something. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, Chozo Ghost, thank you. $500 says your trash / recycling, etc., despite living in California, gets dumped in the same landfill. Come on in, sweetheart. Thank you. I love her. So, I bet it gets dumped in the same landfill. Yeah, I've heard stuff about that, man. I believe it's a big scam too. I think as long as you're a good steward of the earth, don't litter, clean up after yourself, don't dump chemicals in the fucking storm drain. You know what I mean? Like, just be a decent person. And I think the earth will be fine. These multiple trash cans and this bullshit and recycling, man, get the hell out of here. Why are we over here breaking our necks to be Captain Planet crew? China and India are like, man, I don't give a damn what we dump in that body of water. Chemicals, human bodies, feces. It's not like their filth comes to the edge of our cleanliness and goes, whoa, 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 stop. Turn back. It's clean over here. We can't. No, that shit's coming right over here. Man. Bullshit. Heidi Booth says, JJ, I think I've been watching you 3 or 4 years now. You rock. Hey, that's a long time. I've been doing it. This July will be 5 years. So you've been with me just about the whole time. I appreciate that. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the rain's coming down. It's raining today, and it's going to be a high of 49. That's cold. But that means lots of snow up in the mountains, and we're going to the snow this weekend with the kids. Hopefully it won't be so much that we can't go. Because if you think I'm buying a set of chains to go up to the snow a couple times a year, you are mistaken. So anyway, yeah, Janet Yellen. What a slimy little shit she is. Golly. Like, her ugly insides are reflected on her outsides. She looks terrible. So let's see. See if I can get the audio. Because you got to hear her. We're going to be giving more dollars to the Ukraine. Yeah. Little turtle. That's what she looks like. She looks like a fucking turtle. If you just snap that shell off, she looks like a fucking turtle. But you guys, you ever wash your car and bought that turtle wax? That's her. Come on, you stupid fucking ad. Golly, come on. What the hell? What the hell? Now, what I'm doing is I'm looking at this video to see. It's going to play the video. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is, you little gremlin. You shellless turtle. All right. So here's Janet Yellen. She is our Treasury Secretary. So she's in charge of the money. What do you got to say, you little troll? Hold on. There we go.
Ukraine seeks $15 billion.
Hold on. Is that her talking or is Lady talking over?
It was critical for the internationally monetary.
There we go. This is her talking.
What purpose? As President Biden has said, we will stand with Ukraine in its fight for as long as it takes.
As long, we are going to stick with him as long, Luong, as long.
We commend our allies for stepping.
Alloys? Is it allies or alloy? Is she talking about metal now? I don't understand. I think she meant allies, not alloys. Alloy liquid metal.
Up their direct assistance, and we believe it's critical that the IMF move swiftly toward a fully financed program for Ukraine, as they've
fully financed. That means we're paying for it all.
Said that they will do. Continued robust support for Ukraine will be a major topic of
continued robust support. That means continued large sums of money.
Discussion during my time here in India.
While commenting on the state of.
Hold on, what else, you little bastard? We're going to get to the good part. Hurry up and get to the part that we care about, Janet. You little bastard.
Treasury Secretary also said that the United States is looking forward to resuming talks with China on economic issues at an appropriate time, as Washington continues to warn Beijing of the consequences of violating U.S. sanctions on Russia. Earlier today, Yellen met Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman.
Hold on.
Regarding the economy.
Basically, I was trying to find this. I was trying to find just the clip of her saying it. But basically, she's saying that we are going to provide $10 billion more dollars for Ukraine to keep their government up and running smoothly. Another you little son of a bitch. He just promised them another $500 million when he was there, slipping and sliding up the damn stairs. And then now the Treasury Secretary says we're going to be in it for the long haul. Our alloys, our allies. She's like the mom off of The Nanny. Spunbrain 65. Yellen is Fauci with a clam. Yeah. Both just little tiny, small in stature rodents. Chozo Ghost, thank you again. If she looks like a turtle, does she also sound like Filbert from Rocco's Modern Life? I know she is. Ugh. So disgusting. So that's another 10 billion. What are we up to now? 20 billion here, 50 billion there, 500 million here, another 20 billion over there. So let's see here. Why don't we look? So this says, and this is wait a minute. What's today? What's the date today? Hold on a second. It's the 23rd. Oh, okay. No, never mind. All right. I thought it said 2022. I'm like, wait a minute. How the hell is this article one day in the future? But there's a little chart here, and it shows who's donated the most to Ukraine by country. And let me see if I can see this if I can read it from here. A second. If I can share it and read it while I'm still on the screen with you guys. Let's see. How good are my eyes? Ugh. Still looks a little tiny. So I'll read it from here. So according by country, who has given the most to Ukraine? Well, obviously, we have, to the tune, in a year. It'll be a year tomorrow, February 24th, 2022 is when we started dumping money into this bottomless pit. And in 1 year, we have spent $195.7 billion to Ukraine. Almost $200 billion. Just think the good we could have done for this country with that kind of money. Okay. So America in first place. Now here's where it gets a little weird. It says Germany is in second place with $171.5 billion. Now I thought, wait a minute, because I looked this up a few months back, maybe 6 months ago, and it wasn't even close. So then I looked up Germany's defense budget spending. And in 2019 or 2020, they spent $49 billion on their defense. So you mean to tell me that Germany is spending more than 3 times what they spend on their own defense for Ukraine's defense? Because that's what it says. What countries have pledged to Ukraine? Total military, financial, and humanitarian aid promised by the governments to Ukraine January 24th, 2022 through November 20th, 2022. Excluding loans, also shown as countries President Vladimir Zelensky has visited since 2021. So he's making his rounds. We're not the only ones he's visiting. He's visited Germany, the UK, Poland, Estonia. So we're at 195.7 billion. Germany is at 171.5 billion. But there's got to be an asterisk or something next to that, because how are they spending that much more in another country? But that's what the chart says. But then you have a steep drop off. Steep. More than $100 billion drop off. UK has sent 28 billion, Poland 24 billion, and Estonia 5.5. So why are we spending so much more money than everybody else? It's almost like we have a reason. It's almost like we have a real pressing reason that we are spending so much more money than other countries. But don't worry, guys. Canada, America's hat. What are you talking about? So it looks like Zelensky hasn't visited any of the rest of these countries, but he has visited the top 5 donors. So he's visited the top 5, but not everybody. Okay. Canada, they're coming in 6th place with 2.8 billion. Denmark 2.1, Latvia 1.4, Netherlands 1.2, and Norway 1.01. Now you're getting into the hundreds of millions. He's visited. So hold on. I was wrong. I said he didn't visit any of these. He has. He's visited France and he's visited Belgium. Why didn't you visit Sweden or Australia or Finland or Estonia or Norway or the Netherlands or Latvia? So he's visited. Let's see who he's visited. United States, good place to party. Germany, good place to party. UK, Poland, I don't know. Estonia, I don't know. But he made sure he visited France and Belgium. You son of a bitch. And all these other countries. So everybody else, Slovenia has sent 18 million. And who's at the bottom? Bulgaria has sent $756,000. Why send anything? And China has sent 2.2 million. That's nothing. Oh, what a fucking scam. Why are we boo-boo the fool rushing to the front of the line to give the most money by far? Why? That makes no sense. Some members of Congress are looking to put a stop to the super abundant spending by the U.S. government, including Representative Matt Gaetz, who introduced a resolution to end military and financial aid to Ukraine. How much more for Ukraine? Is there any limit? No. Asked Gaetz, Republican from Florida, on the House floor. Which billionth dollar really kicks in the door? Which red line we set will not later cross? That will not later cross. There isn't one. Why even waste the time drawing a line? They'll just erase it and draw another one. And then they got a picture of when he came to D.C. and Pelosi and fucking Kamala standing behind him with this autographed Ukrainian flag that he probably used to clean up his coke-induced vomit fits. Because remember, coke the fuck out. Remember that? Remember he was tweaking on camera? Yeah, I'm sure he really took that autograph flag by you crooks and fucking put it up in his den. Fuck here. All that money. Careless, thank you. Jericho, I frequent the Czech Republic, and I can tell you they could care less about Ukraine, and it's one country over. And here we are, 6,000 miles away, losing our fucking minds, dumping, hemorrhaging $196 billion. How? Mousy says Mexico kicked in $1.50. Thanks, Mexico. Like, why? Why the fuck are you sending Bulgaria? Why are you sending $700,000? That ain't shit. That went right up his nose. Aaron M., I got 5 on it. I can put something on it. Fucking criminals. Heidi Booth, good question. Why? Because they're laundering that shit. Imagine that. Imagine if you could just create a money laundering scheme and just create billions of dollars to filter through it. Imagine you could just do that. Hey, guys, let's set up a laundering scheme, and then we'll just take billions of dollars and wash it and then keep it for ourselves. Now, why didn't I think of that before? They're like, Bush, you're so dumb. You did a whole war to do that where you're killing your own troops. No. You can fight a proxy war where other people are killing their troops and still get that money back. Clean as a whistle. Fucking bastards. Matt says Zelensky will burn. Well, while he's here, he's having a good time. Nico Thomas, thank you very much, my dear. Hi, JG. You can't see the membership option. I think if you go to my page and then you go up to the top where it says, community, videos, lives, and all that shit, there's one that should say membership. And that should be how it's done. That's how it should be done, Mileria. Mileria. Some bitch. And don't forget, former President Trump was in East Palestine before our grandpa in chief, Joe Biden, Captain Braincell. Thank you for the Hamilton. Most of these politicians in general already have connections to Ukraine before the war. Yesterday, there was a Ukraine soldier that was exposed to have connections with the Taliban. So who knows where that money's going? It ain't going to us. It's coming from us. But why are we a bunch of jackasses in the front of the line to give away our money? Oh, JJ Finnegan says it's also in the super chat button. So if you go to the super chat, which I guess you did because you just sent a super chat. I don't know. Check those two places and get back to me. Tecto Carlos, call me in the morning. That's just so weird. Like, we're just a bunch of, I don't want this money in my pocket. Who wants to take it from me? Ukraine's like, fuck, I'll take it. Come here, dumb America. Okay. Weapon X, drugs aren't cheap, JG. Yeah, true that. True that. Mousy says you can get there by clicking on the dollar box below. Below. Creole lady, get your membership. She's right. She is right. Heidi Booth, Biden is a pimp. You know what? Heidi Booth. I have proof of that. I do. I know. I know. See if I can locate that bitch. Let's see. I do have proof of it. Dang it, where'd it go? Where? Ah, oh, there it is. So let me see this. Bum, bum, bum. We do it like that. Do it like this. Send it like that. Bum, 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 boom. That's what I'll do. I'll tell you what I'll do. So I have proof, Heidi Booth, proof for the booth, that he is a pimp. And I went hot out here for a pimp. There it is. Notifying me of the email I just sent to myself. Boom. So I'm going to put it here. Boom. Click it, slap it, save it. Open file. Now, let's see. Okay. I think I'm ready. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Go down to overlay. Add your overlay. And it's uploading now. Let me title it. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Save. And now, boom, there it is. I told you I had proof Biden was a pimp. Silky Biden. See you in 4 years, bitch. Yeah, that's right, ho. I come out here, I pull up in my Cadillac, my Democratic Cadillac. I roll the window down, I snap my fingers, I say, come here, bitch. Here they come, my 81 million voters. That's right, hoes. What you made for daddy? I'll take your vote. Excuse me, bitch, you're a little short on votes. Yeah, ho. And then once he gets, his votes, he's gone. See you in 4 years, bitch. Yeah. So I guess you were right, Heidi. Guess you're right. Biden is a pimp. Call him Silky. Call me Silky Biden, ho. Don't ever look me in my eyeballs. Don't ever look me in my face. I have to put you in your place. Let me collect that vote so I can get out there on the ocean on an expensive boat. Yeah, bitch. All you people in East Palestine, I'm over here in the Ukraine, spinning your green. What a nice pimp he is. At least he's a nice pimp. At least he's one of the nicer pimps. If Biden really was a pimp, he'd be the easiest pimp to get over on. Gather around, ladies. You got any money? I'm sorry, Daddy. I don't have a lot of money. That's okay. Did you bring me the thing I love more than money? Yeah, I got you some 8-year-old hair. Keep your money. Keep bringing me the follicles of the young. Gross. J954, thank you again. Yo, JG, before we get into Peter Butt, I will not be getting into Peter Butt. Thank you very much. I got to do my daily shout out to AOC. What's up, boo? Let's cuddle and watch JG. I haven't had a crush in years. Hey, look. Hey, that was a tight song, man. Back in the day, the late 90s. LL Cool J and Boys to Men. Hey, lover. I see you at the bus stop waiting every day. Your man must think it's safe for you to travel that way. But I don't want to violate your relationship, so I lay back in the cut with a crush. That's a trip. Tugging you down with vanilla ice cream all the time. Hey, you know what? reminds me of a hilarious story. I think I've told you guys this before, but my 27th birthday, I was working at the radio station, and all these people weren't in the studio because it's my birthday. It just happened to play out that way. But I walk in the studio, and it's Ari Spears, stand-up comedian. He was on Mad TV. Gabriel Iglesias, stand-up comedian, and John Witherspoon, the dad from Fridays. Bang, 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 foot up a dog's ass. Bang, bang, bang. All three of those dudes were in the studio at the same time. They were performing the same weekend at the San Jose Improv Comedy Club, downtown San Jose. And I looked through the window. I'm like, what the Ari Spears, John Witherspoon, and Gabriel Iglesias? This is going to be hilarious. And it was. Gabriel Iglesias was telling a story. And then all the funny shit. Have you ever done an interview with anybody, any kind of entertainer, whether it's radio or otherwise? All the funny shit and the best stories are off the air because they can't talk about that shit. You know, especially terrestrial radio. They're going to talk about doing coke and whores and all this kind of stuff. So that is usually reserved for the commercial breaks in between in the studio where the listeners can't hear it. And that's exactly what this was. Gabriel Iglesias was telling stories about being on the road. John Witherspoon was telling us stories about celebrities and doing coke. Johnny Carson's dinner table on Thanksgiving in the 70s. And Ari Spears was doing his LL Cool J impression. And that shit was hilarious. After Forever Tia, LL Cool Jericho. If only. Yeah, Tammy, RIP to John Witherspoon. He passed, I think, last year, maybe the year before. But Ari Spears, he was telling stories about or not telling stories, but just like, you know, wouldn't it be funny if LL Cool J was in the grocery store and he was like, all the time, LL Cool J, I'm gonna take that butternut squash over there, rub it on my calves real slow, then I'll bring it up to my nipples, It was so funny. Rubbing a butternut squash on his calves. Then I bring it up, let it touch my nipples one time. LL Cool J. Hella funny. I don't know if I've laughed that hard since. But 3 comedy heavyweights at the same time, man. It was too funny. What a great birthday that was. And then after that, after they left, we come out of the studio. Pitbull, the Cuban artist, rapper, whatever he is, has been exiled from Cuba. He's not even allowed to return. And he ain't with the woke shit. He's been up on stage talking about how great America is. Fuck Cuba. Communism's garbage. Great dude. But I walk out in the hallway. He's standing there. Oh, shit. Pitbull. What a great guy. That was actually the second time I met him. LDS, German Shepherd boy, I thank you. This is full on proof Brandon doesn't give a shiza about Americans, but people will still vote for him. Make no mistake, guys, the dummies are dumb. Real dumb. And they can't be woken up out of that. Even though they're woke, they can't be woken up, if that makes sense. After all this, they're still going to, hey, guys, what do you think? You're going to vote for me? If you don't, you ain't black. Cannonballer 2020, you member you. Thank you for the Hamilton. Hey, man, it's short, oh, bummer. In our area, we only got 18 inches of booger sugar. Those are 2 different things, Cannonballer 2020. If there's cocaine falling from the sky in Minnesota, you need to get as many empty containers as you can outside to collect it, okay? And then turn around and sell it, okay? I'm not saying drug dealing is what you should do, but if it's falling from the sky, what's the player to do? And you can send that shit over to Ukraine. If you can't move it here, send it to Ukraine. Zelensky will love it. J954, Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I saw the previews for that. I kind of want to see it just because of how stupid it looks. But I ain't trying to pay movie ticket prices though. But Cocaine Bear, I probably have to watch that. just because it's something. Just like last night we were talking about Cobra. Sylvester Stallone, 1986. It was Sylvester Stallone, Brigitte Nielsen, his wife at the time in real life. It if you gave a bunch of 8 or 9-year-old boys the budget to make that movie, that's exactly what it would come out like. Like, oh man, this guy is so cool. He has the glasses and a 5 o'clock shadow and a matches. He's like, hey, I'm cool, bro. He has a gun and it's cool with a pearl handle and a cobra on the hand. He puts it in his waistband. He's like, you're a disease, I'm the cure. And like all this stuff. And his girlfriend, she's a model, and he drives this cool car and he's jumping around and exploding. Oh, kill him. That's what that movie was. That movie was what would happen if you gave 8-year-old boys a budget. And I feel like Cocaine Bear is what would happen if you gave a bunch of 16 to 22-year-olds a budget. Oh, the bear, he fucking ate the cocaine. It's like, and all this shit, you know? I remember one time, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but when I was young, young before I became a father and all that stuff, I used to get my party on. And I've dabbled in the Zelensky, right? I remember one time I was just starting at the radio station, and I'm coming up with these ideas for skits, because if you had a good enough idea, the program director, it would make it on the air. This was like, I don't know, early 2000s. And I had been on the air calling in as Arnold back in the day. So I knew if I had something good enough, he would allow it on the air. So I'm at home, and I'd gotten some coke from a friend of mine. So I'm in the room, like in my laboratory, my bedroom, like, oh, this is a great idea. Oh, that's gonna be hilarious, and all that shit. And so the next day, I wrote it down in this notebook that I bought. I looked at this shit, and the stuff that was even legible, it wasn't even all legible. But the stuff that I could actually read was so fucking stupid. I'm like, what? I wrote this shit? Oh, it was fucking, I don't even remember it. It was so damn stupid. It was fucking incoherent, coke-laced gibberish. Fucking gibberish. So I stopped writing down my ideas after that. I didn't stop doing coke after that. That was a little more down the road. But definitely stopped writing down ideas, and I was like, a little water, got the drip. Yeah, man, come on, that was not a good idea. Not a good idea. Oh, Mousy, yeah, that's the thing. I thought I was putting down heat. Like, nobody's ever thought of this shit before. Oh man, you just wait till I fucking turn this shit. I mean, I was Picasso. I was in there fucking, making art. It was the dumbest shit ever. So dumb. Tammy A says same thing with weed. No, I think I could be far more coherent and actually write some funny shit high on weed, but coke, that is not the business. That is not the business. Spike and Madness. I did the same thing while tripping balls off acid, Jericho. Woke up in the morning, body covered in my mindless scribbles. Yeah, the only difference is, man, I didn't write them on my body. I wrote it down in a notebook, but it was probably equally fucking incoherent. Just dumb. Heidi Booth, coke dick sucks. I imagine it does. I imagine it does. So what do we learn from that, kids? Don't do coke too much. All right. You're probably going to do it. Just don't do too much. Don't be stupid. Okay, so another 10 billion out of our pocket to Ukraine. Cool. Oh, bright note here. Bright spot. Harvey Weinstein just got another 16 years for graping a woman in 2013. So fuck you. And you know what they should do? With people like that, especially in California. I know in other states, based on some people that I know and videos I've seen and stuff, in other states, people who are child molesters or chomos, as they call them, pedos and all that kind of stuff. In other states, some other states, not all, but in other states, they are allowed to run free around the prison. They have gangs of their own. They're not admonished and outcast and beat up and harassed and fucked with like they are in California and on the West Coast, even in like Washington and Oregon. In California, if you are a pervert, you got some y'all got some problems. You're gonna get fucked up. You're probably gonna get killed. There are certain groups in there. Once they find that out, you're green lighted for or green lit for a murder. You're done. So I think with people like him who have money, if you get busted with something for a charge like this, they should take your money because that money is gonna keep him safe. He's gonna be able to pay guards or whoever to keep him safe because of what he did. And I think they should take his ability to do that and put his ass in gin pop. Why not? You want to give him punishment? There it is. Cannonballer 2020. She says, I'm a damn Pulitzer Prize winner when I'm high on the devil's lettuce. I tried commenting the other night and it took me 25 minutes. Cannonballer 2020. Are you okay? You're funny. You're funny. You have a dart in your neck. Spunbang 65. Thank you. How much of that aid went up Zelensky's colon? I don't know. Most of it, I would say. Most of it went up that damn turd cutter. So cool. Weinstein, you got another 16 years. You sloppy demonic piece of shit. And he is the genesis of the Me Too movement. Oh, that wasn't damaging at all to innocent men, was it? Believe all women. Simply because they have a clam, believe what comes out of their mouth. That's stupid. Oh. So man, let me show you this shit. Let me show you this bullshit. Oh, God. This is so dumb. Like, did this even happen? Did this even really happen? So, where the fuck was this? I don't know. Maybe it'll say where it was. But this is just like, did this even happen? Did this really like, come on, dog. This didn't really happen. Hold on, let me find this shit. There it is. Okay, Charlotte. So this must have been in Charlotte, North Carolina. It says Charlotte woman claims she found a racial slur on the receipt of her Chick-fil-A order. Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A did it? I don't believe it. Chick-fil-A? No, they wouldn't. Hey, thanks for getting a chicken sandwich and a lemonade, nigger. God, people, you suck.
I was really, really upset and sad.
April Jackson is appalled, to say the least, because of this. Instead,
Hold on. So you can see the blurred out whatever they put on the receipt. Now you'll listen further and you'll probably hear how this happened. But if you read the article they have on here, it doesn't say what the word is. And every time the mom says it, they bleep it out to where they don't give you the first letter, but I guess you can imagine once you hear the girl's name.
instead of her daughter's name on her Chick-fil-A receipt, a word similar to a racial slur was printed out.
She told
A word similar. A word similar. So they did not write the name on her cup, Nigger, exclamation point, fucking, what do they call that, man? The flag that they took away from us, you know, the stars that are crossed right there that's on the roof of the fucking General Lee. Yeah, so they wrote Nigger, all caps, exclamation point, and a fucking Confederate flag. Yee-hoo! The South will rise again. They put that on your receipt. Okay.
Told them her name was Nyasia, and she
Nyasia? Why the fuck would you name your kid Nyasia? Stop with these ghetto ass names.
put on her ticket.
Nyasia Jackson says
Her name was Nyasia. Okay, number one, you gave her that fucking stupid name. Number two, it's a drive-through not known for its audio perfection. Okay, so it sounds like she went up to and her accent. This is North Carolina, so your accent, it's a drive-through, and you name the girl Nyasia. So I'm assuming they wrote on the receipt Niagara. N-Y, however you spell it. And she spells the girl's name Nyaashia. Stop it. That's not Nyasia. That's some other ghetto. Why would you even name her that? But they think at Chick-fil-A, probably the nicest restaurant as far as staff, the nicest people you're ever going to get fast food from. And they took this opportunity to write Niagara on her cup.
last Monday she pulled through the drive-thru to get her food at the Chick-fil-A off Mount Holly Huntersville Road and the Brookshire when the person who handed it to her warned her.
He was like, you might want to look what they put your name as. I was just in shock. I literally parked right there. I couldn't eat the food. I was just in shock.
We asked,
hey, if I go to Chick-fil-A and they write Niagara on my cup, I'm still going to eat the food. It's not that serious.
Chick-fil-A about it, and they sent us this statement saying in part that the restaurant has investigated and that, quote, the operator has started additional training at his restaurant to ensure this doesn't happen again.
What? What training? You give him spelling training? Is he supposed to listen closer to the drive-through speaker? What training could you possibly give for somebody misunderstanding a ghetto-ass name? Like Nyasia. Nyaashia. Nyasia? What the fuck? The mom pronounced it Nyasia, not Nyasia. Not Nyasia, which is what it looks like. Nyasia sounds like a skin disease or something. Like you would see a medicine, some kind of cream for Nyasia. Makes me think of like rosacea or something. So who's at fault, Chick-fil-A or you for giving that kid that fucked up name?
He sincerely apologized for the harm caused by this incident. But for this family, that training isn't enough.
You shouldn't have to be trained not to call someone. I'm just being as honest as I can be. I want the employee to be fired.
Why? And if your daughter is old enough to drive herself to Chick-fil-A to pick up food, then what are you doing standing there defending her?
I was really, really upset and sad.
April Jackson.
Get the fuck out of here. So now Chick-fil-A is racist. Come on, people. Nyasia. He's supposed to understand that through a drive-through speaker or his headset. And not to mention, you know how packed that place was? Shit's moving. I got to get your order and get the next full too. Everybody comes to Chick-fil-A. Taryn Isaac, man, stop. They can't. She's like, oh, I was hurt. Hurt? You were hurt by that? Man, you people got to get fucking tougher. You were hurt by that? Niagara. How about you don't name your kid that? Cannonballer 2020. Thank you again for the Hamilton. She's about as relevant as the Arkansas cop saying the Clinton aide committed suicide, tied to a tree, shot in the stomach. Yeah, I was going to talk about that too. That's some weird shit. We go from one weird story to another. Taryn Isaac said, this is my neck of the woods, JG. Well, hey, go find Nyasha Jackson and tell her to shut her dumb ass up because this is stupid. LDS German Shepherd Boy, thank you again. Same thing happens in Utah. Why can't people just come up with normal names? Who cares? That would have been funny. I would have laughed at that. I would have filmed it and uploaded it like as something funny. Like, look at this shit. So stupid, man. Brian King B. Falcon. Nyasha, these nuts. Nyasha. That's what it's. Nyasha. How do you get Nyasha from that, you dummy? Fuck. You know, my brother explained that to me one time. He said a lot of these kids out here with these fucking ghetto ass names, they come from single mothers who aren't very educated. He said he had a kid in his class who his name was Tion, and it was spelled Teeonne. Now, obviously, there are other ways to get that same sound without basically spelling it out phonetically. But because she wasn't very educated, she probably didn't finish high school. She spelled shit the way it sounds. That's how you get a lot of these stupid ass ghetto fucked up names. And then when you can't pronounce it, you're like, well, my eyes and brain have never encountered letters in this order before. You can't pronounce my name. It's Ledetragion. Like, wait, what? I thought that was an element from the periodic table. That's a name? Nyasha. What the? Stop. They need to go back to the naming people the kind of names that our parents had. My mom's name is Ida. I-D-A. That's it. We're done. 3 letters. We're out. Nope. Some fucking like that skit from Key and Peele. Sharquarius, Denavatron. Like, stop. I hate watching college football games because of those fucking names. What? Why did you name your kid that? Why did they let you leave the hospital with your child's name being that? Why didn't the hospital staff tackle you before you left the hospital and make you change that poor child's name? Spunburn 65, thank you again. I know a name from a can, Del Monte Zucchini. Man, that probably is somebody's name. Remember, what was her stupid ass? Raven Simone. Now she's saying, no, it's actually Raven or some shit. Like, it was Raven. Your TV show was called That's So Raven. So we're calling you Raven from now on. But she got some shit a few years back because she was making fun of some ghetto ass girl's name. That was Watermelandria was her name. What? Nah, I'm cool. That's a fucking stupid name. But then you get mad at people who can't pronounce it or who think it's ghetto because it is. What the fuck are you doing? So Chick-fil-A, you're racist. I can't eat there anymore. Because you keep writing the N-word on people's receipts. Right. Because that's happening. That's happening. Boy, I tell you. These people ain't shit. So, Cannonballer, as you were saying, where is it? Here it is. Death of shot Clinton aide with Epstein ties found tied to a tree, ruled suicide despite no gun at the scene. Wait a minute. So if you shoot yourself, you commit suicide via a firearm. Isn't the firearm usually there? Because after you discharge the weapon into your head or whatever, usually that's what it is. But after you discharge the weapon into your body, you're usually dead and you fall down dead. You don't have time to toss the gun. This isn't a movie. You don't have, 30 seconds. Tell my wife that don't happen. So this guy shot himself and then somehow got rid of the weapon. So it says the mysterious death of an aide to President Bill Clinton with ties to Jeffrey Epstein has officially been ruled a suicide despite there being no sign of a weapon near the body. Mark Middleton, 59, who served in the Clinton White House in the 90s, was found dead on Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas, which is where Clinton is from, last May. It says almost 1 year after Middleton's death, a police report obtained by the outlet this week revealed that the Little Rock businessman was discovered with a gunshot wound to the chest and an extension cord tying his neck to a tree. I could see the male was obviously deceased. Deputy Jeremy Lawson of the Perry County Sheriff's Department wrote of his arrival at the grisly scene. Notably, Lawson's account includes that while officers located a gun case and 3 boxes of buckshot in Middleton's BMW SUV, there was no weapon in sight. So he shot himself with a shotgun. So you blast yourself in the shotgun with a chest. Blast yourself in the shotgun with a chest. No. Rewind that. You blast yourself in the chest with a shotgun, and you still have the ability, I guess, to walk over somewhere and hide. Like, how does that happen? I'm thinking close range blast to the chest from a 12 gauge shotgun. Well, that's it. It says, though the father of 2 worked for his family's HVAC business in the years before his death, he previously enjoyed a high-flying lifestyle as a special advisor to Clinton and assistant to Chief of Staff Thomas F. McLarty. Middleton notably signed late pedophile Epstein into the White House 7 of the 17 times he visited the residence, the Daily Mail said. He also reported to have flown on Epstein's infamous Lolita Express jet. Middleton left the White House in 1995. The following year, the LA Times reported his executive access was curtailed after an investigation determined he abused his connections in an effort to become an international deal maker. And then it has a copy of the officer's report. It says there were few other items located in the vehicle. I opened the trunk lid and located a gun case that had 3 boxes of 12 gauge buckshot, but no weapon. I was able to ascertain that Mark Middleton had something to do with Middleton Heating and Air. I called the company trying to find a good number. Says Deputy Brewer and I walked out to where the male was seated. As we were approaching him, I could see the male was obviously deceased. I could see that he had a gunshot wound to the chest and had a knot tied in an extension cord that was around his neck, and it was attached to the limb directly above him. At this point, I secured the scene and made contact with dispatch, Sergeant Carter, Chief Deputy of Finley, blah, blah, blah. So it sounds like he tried to hang himself and then shoot himself. Is that plan B? Like, if this shotgun blast doesn't work, I'll hang myself. And let's say he did that. Okay, somebody ties a rope or extension cord around their neck. Maybe it was a last minute decision. His family has a heating and AC business, cords, wires. Maybe he had it in his SUV. So he pulls a David Carradine, ties an extension cord around his neck, and tries to kill himself. But he says, just in case this shotgun blast doesn't work, I got this thing here to choke me. Okay. Choke yourself. Boom. But where's the gun? Because you're tied to the tree, so you can't get up and walk up. Or maybe he tied himself to the tree. Boom. Shot himself. Oh, fuck. Gets up, unties himself, gets rid of the shotgun, comes back, bleeding the whole time, comes back, and then reties himself to the tree. And that's how they found him. That doesn't make any sense. Nocturnal's buck talk. I got your Chinese balloon right here. That doesn't make any sense at all. That's how that guy would kill himself. Normally, guys shoot themselves. Now, if you found that guy sitting up against a tree, and then boom, he shot himself, and that's how you found him, makes sense. Those officers, unfortunately, have probably seen that scene played out many, many times. But to tie his neck to a tree, choking himself with a extension cord, and then to shoot himself, and then the gun disappears. Did somebody come by and find him and take the gun? Did somebody come by and oh shit, there's a dead dude there with a gun and took the gun, probably with blood and shit all over it? Man, I don't know. And maybe we could excuse that away, and maybe we could come up with something to make that make sense. But here's the thing. He was involved with the Clintons. And he was involved with Epstein. And we know what happened with Epstein. And this is 6-7 months ago. Wasn't that long ago. Maybe if he was connected to somebody else, we could explain it away. But he's not. He's connected to them. Brendan Gerzalak, thank you. Is it any wonder Ukraine rhymes with cocaine? Just saying. You never know, man. It does rhyme. Is that why they picked Ukraine? Maybe Hunter picked it. Oh, daddy. He reminds me of Junior from Smokey and the Bandit. Hey, daddy. Hey, daddy, what about Ukraine? Why don't we launder our money through Ukraine? Why would we pick Ukraine? The fucking disappointment. Daddy, because it rhymes with cocaine. Ukraine, cocaine, it's my favorite. All right. Oh, launder through Ukraine, you fuck. I just assume Biden hates his son. I just assume that. So, what have we learned from that? Well, if you've had any dealings with the Clinton, if you were on their staff, if you had anything to do with them and Epstein, stay away from electrical cords and shotguns. Okay? Because something might happen to you. You might choke and shoot yourself. You might end up in a prison cell, and when the guards go on lunch and the cameras take a shit, then you hang yourself in your cell. Right? Right. Reverend. You better get that shit right. Don't worry about being on the right side of history. You better stay on the right side of the Clintons. Oh, remember when she went to India a couple of weeks ago? Oh, and you thought Hillary Clinton couldn't look more fucked up? You thought Hillary Clinton was at her worst? Go look at her in India. Whoo-wee. She looks ugly as fuck. Her outsides are finally reflecting her insides. Because she looked horrible. But don't worry. What are you guys worried about? What are you guys worried about? They have our back. Oh, wait a minute. No, they don't. Biden was saying that about Ku Klux trans members. He has their back. Sorry, not ours. To the trans youth, I have your back. You better believe I have your back. I'll always be behind you. Ooh. Pete Buttigieg, rep tells aggressive reporter to turn off camera at derailed site. You can't film him. Fucking clown. About time, Pete. Why'd you even show up? Peter Butt showing up to East Palestine right now is like you calling somebody at 9 o'clock at night on their birthday. We know you forgot. We know. You forgot. You just remember. Oh, shit. Let me call him, send him a text. You forgot. Peter Butt, you forgot. We know. We don't give a fuck about these people. But they come from Indiana. So, you fucked that town up too. This is what happens when you get unqualified diversity hires. Look at this. Look at these fucking all-stars right here. 3 times jackass. Chocolate Patty, Peter Butt, and Gag, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. Here you go. Diversity hires. Every single one of them suck at their job. And if you're Peter Butt, you suck in real life too. Get it? He sucks. So look at this. Pete Buttigieg visits the train derailment site in East Palestine. Look at it. It has new boots on. They're still perfectly clean because I don't do any work. Some nice snug gray pants. Look at his little jacket, hard hat. Ooh, this is cute. I should wear this out sometime. Ain't taking this shit serious. All he's thinking about is cuddling up with his man.
There's no question that there have been enormous amounts of both information and misinformation injected into this situation.
That's their favorite word, misinformation.
None of which is to the benefit of the community when it comes to that misinformation. So I lost my train of thought. There's no question that there have been
What misinformation has come out of this? You mean the videos that we keep seeing? Our eyes are playing tricks on us. Do you mean that misinformation? The video footage that we've seen of people putting sticks in the water and all this shit bubbling up? That? Oh, did you see the bitch ass head of the EPA who drank some water from East Palestine? Bullshit, you drank that water. Oh my goodness. What a fucking jackass. A lot of misinformation has come out of there. A train derailed because of some faulty part. The chemicals spilled were soaked into the soil. Norfolk Southern thought it was a good idea to burn those chemicals up in the atmosphere. It put a huge black circle in the sky over East Palestine. You have people in neighboring states complaining about these weird clouds forming in the sky. And you've seen the senator congressman? Either you see one of the elected officials there standing in the creek and running a stick along the bottom of the creek and all the stuff that bubbled up, and many other people doing that, and the dead fish and animals. What misinformation are you talking about? What? Please point it out. Because everything I just named can be verified, even by some of those official entities. J.D. Vance. Thank you, Vegas Baller. J.D. Vance. I like that guy. I like him a lot. So where are the lies coming in? Where's the misinformation? And what's wrong with people being misinformed? If they choose to believe that, the fuck you gonna do? I learned this from Larry Elder. There's about 10% of the adult population in America that believes that Elvis is still alive. And there's about a 7% portion of the adult, these are not kids, 7% of adults believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. So some people are just going to be misinformed, Peter Butt. That's just the way it is. You can't save them all. But because there's information out there that makes you look bad, that makes you look like a feckless, worthless jackass, well, that's not misinformation. You just don't like to hear the truth. And sometimes none of us like to hear the truth. The truth hurts. Sometimes it hurts bad, but it's still the truth. And the truth is, you're fucking worthless. Cronin says strawberry milk comes from gay cows. Moo! Who's going to come over here and squeeze these udders and get this pink milk? My udders are starting to hurt. They're engorged. Reminds me of one of my favorite jokes. What do gay horses eat for lunch? Hey! I think that joke is so funny. And every time I tell that to people, my wife is just like, oh, it's so stupid. I think it's funny. Hey! You know that shit is funny. You know it is. But people of East Palestine, rest easy. Okay? Start drinking the water, start bathing in it, start giving it to your kids. It's safe because Peter Butt is here. Peter Butt is in the building. Bam, 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 bam. Bro, you should have never showed up. You should have never showed up. You wait, this shit happened damn near 3 weeks ago. What were you doing that was so pressing, Pete, that you couldn't have been there next day at the latest? I don't get it. What were you doing? What was going? Oh, that's right. You were giving a speech. You were doing a TED talk somewhere where you're sitting on a couch on stage talking about bullshit that no one cares about because you're nothing but a diversity hire. The only reason you're here, the only reason, Peter Butt, the only reason that you're here is because you ride the baloney pony. That's it. That is it. You are not a good mayor, and you're a terrible transportation secretary. Terrible, terrible. That is just dumb. And you're okay with that. They are totally fine being hired because of who they bang and not their qualifications. I'd feel a little weird. If I don't deserve to be here, if I didn't earn it, I don't want to be here. Joe Biden, Captain Brain Cell, thank you again. As Joe's only black brain cell, he's taking Black History Month too seriously. I wonder if there are any black people over there in Ukraine that he was talking to, or if there are any black Polish people that when he was giving his stupid, incoherent speech. Fucking clown. Just a collection of unqualified jackasses, and they have risen to the top. So should we stop telling our kids to try hard and work hard and be the best and show up early and be the first one there, last one to leave, take it seriously, grind? Should we? Because it seems to me that the worse you are at your job and the more useless you are and the more unqualified you are, the higher you ascend. Maybe we're bogging our kids down with all these lessons about life and the way it works and how you get ahead in the world. Maybe we're wrong. Because somebody who I'm sure has trouble tying their shoes on their own is in the Oval Office. He can't read giant letters right in front of his face, Oval Office. Right behind him, Kamala Harris. What is she good at? No, and you can't say fucking old men. You can't say that. Yeah. Now, got a little tougher to name her qualifications, didn't it? What's she there for? We just got McCarthy. Who was number 3 in line before that? The vodka vixen. If you kiss Nancy Pelosi on the cheek, you are officially buzzed. That's who we got. White House press secretary. She's supposed to be letting us know what's going on in the administration. We're supposed to ask her questions. What's this? What's that? What's he think of this? What are you going to do with this? She's supposed to have answers. Nothing. That's a direct quote from her. The collection of freaks. Freak! that he has, the Levine and the klepto that they got rid of, and who he wants to push through as the what's her name? The head of the FCC, Gigi Sohn, an angry little lesbian troll. That's who he wants to put in charge of what you can and can't say on the airwaves and on TV. So, should we try to do good? Should we try to be the best? Because the worst, they're winning. I don't know, but I do know this. I don't know much. I do know this. My time here has come to an end. It's time to go. Scott Super Dyke. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Come to the Cow Palace and check out Super Dykes. J954, thank you. Biden versus Fetterman, spelling bee. Who you got, JG? Ooh. Is there a limit on the letters, the number of letters you can use? That might change my pick. Like, can you cap the words at like 6 letters, or is it anything? It could be discombobulated. Now, if we're just going any word, no limitations, I have to pick the brain with the least amount of trauma, because both brains have serious trauma. But Nicholas X's neck buddy got it in the back. I got to go with the brain with the least amount of trauma, because Fetterman, he had the stroke, just one. But Biden, he has the 3 aneurysms and an embolism. And also he's further along in age. So strictly based on brain trauma. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Can neck buddy help John Fetterman? Can he John, here's how you spell that word. Because neck buddy's far more educated and has 0 brain trauma versus Fetterneck. So if Fetterman has to do it by himself, I think I still give him the slight edge. Spike and Madness says no helping. All right, no helping. Fetterneck on his own. Burning on the Ritz. Good night, everybody. The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles. The more comments or more quotes I say of him, the less confidence I have, the less confident I am in him. So maybe I should stop doing that. I'm about to talk myself out of it. I got to go with Fetterman, only because his brain is the least traumatized. I got to go with that. I got to give Fetterneck the slight edge. JJ Finnegan, neck buddy, is LGBTQ. Okay, slight edge, neck buddy, or Fetterneck. Only because the reason it's slight edge is because he can't help. If he got help from neck buddy, then Fetterman all day, easily, because neck buddy would just whisper the answers in his ear. But if you could cap the amount of letters in the words that's allowed, I might give the edge to Biden, because there's no help allowed. Who knows, man? Oh, man, who knows? But I got to go in here and help with homework and whatnot. I think the kids have dentist appointments today. We got a lot going on in the Green household, people. There's always something going on. Luciano says, Jericho, Biden has the edge. He has corn pop in his corner. True, but this isn't a fight. If this is a fight to the death, corn pop, he might win. But I don't know. Fetterman has that kind of has that ogre strength. Like, he could easily pick a car up off of somebody. What do they call that? Retard strength. Can you still say that? That shit's funny, isn't it? Like, fun and enjoyment and comedy and laughter. That's all been banned. Leonard S., thank you. Booty Gauge asked a reporter if he could take a picture of her. Bizarre, but the corrupt media ignores it. I saw that. She was following, he was out with his man. It's funny, I didn't see him with his baby. That's another thing, you motherfucker. Thank you for reminding me of that. So this video surfaces of this girl who's like a reporter or something, and she's asking him some questions about the train derailment. And I said I spoke about that a lot today. I'll refer you to my comments that I made earlier. I don't want to talk about it. It's on my own time. He's on his own time. He was out with, I guess it was his man. It was him and another man walking around. I imagine that's his man. You'll never see footage of me walking around at night with another woman who's not my wife. So I'm assuming that was his man. But he said he was on his own time, his private time. So where's your baby? You mean to tell me you and your husband left your baby at home alone and went out? It's kind of irresponsible. Well, of course not, Jericho. They have a nanny. Okay, then, if you have a nanny and you got two fucking men in the house without titties, then why were you gone for 2 or 3 months during the supply chain breakdown? Well, we're showing up to stores, whistling Dixie, and then we walk in, whoa, what the fuck? Where'd it go? So if you have somebody to watch your baby, what the fuck were you doing at home for 2 months? You clearly have somebody to watch your kids. You're out on the town with your boo, not taking any questions. So who's watching your baby at home? Consuela? I guarantee you it's some foreign person who wasn't born here who's watching his baby. Lord German Husbando, we almost got out of here with no play. She says Peter Buttigieg loves a full moon. He sure does. He sure does. So somebody please explain that to me. You're out, you're on your own time, your private time with your man and no baby. I didn't see him pushing a stroller. I didn't see him carrying a diaper bag. So who's at home watching your baby? Or did you leave him home alone? Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Kenneth Jackson, Jericho, some Negroes believe Tupac is still alive. Well, that can be said for a lot of people. I've heard black folks say that. I've heard white folks say that. And I've heard Mexican people say that in real life. So we all got to share that burden. Everybody, the people of a bunch of races think that Tupac is still alive. Fucking ridiculous. Tupac ain't alive. Puff Daddy made sure he was dead. Anyway, guys, duty calls. Ha, duty. Appreciate you guys being here. What a live it has been. And I think I'm going to do a video. I'm not sure what about, but I'm going to do one. I'm going to do it. Appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully I will see you here mañana. You and many, 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 many more. You were great. I was great. We were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.